All right, everyone, it is Friday. That's why we're going to have a very fun talk show. And it's also very entertaining and enlightening, too. So I want to ask, before we begin, I want to ask my colleague and brother here about his favorite Indonesian song from the past decades.
Indonesian songs
Yes.
from the past decade. I'm
So
gonna
like
go.
decades is like 10 years and beyond.
I'm gonna go with the safe answer.
Okay.
You know, a lot of Dewa. I listen to a lot of Dewa.
Me
Safe
too.
answer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like a lot of Krisha.
Yeah.
Slank, I don't know, maybe later on my guest will tell us in what year, I forgot. Terlalu Manis is my favorite one.
Oh, I listen to a lot of Ada Band as well.
Ada Band.
Oh.
I like MA,
Memories.
Inikah Cinta.
Yes. Oh my God. If we talk about music and songs, we will go on for hours and hours and hours.
That's right.
It's crazy.
Now, sometimes what's popular in the past could also be hard to find right here in the present day. And that is why Irama Nusantara is seeking to change that. And the organization is active in collecting and archiving popular classics, some dating back to the early 20th century. And their digital preservation efforts have provided access for those who would like to reminisce with their favorite oldies. Oldies but goodies.
Oldies but goodies. Goodies but oldies. Vice versa. You can do it both ways. And joining us today in the studio is Studio Irama Nusantara's digitization team, who will elaborate on what they actually do.
Right, so we have Mas Frank Pattinasarany and Renovan Reza Rivandy from Irama Nusantara.
Yes.
Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for joining us today on this beautiful Friday morning.
Yes, thank you, Mas Frank, and also Reno for bringing us these gems right here. I haven't seen these for a long time, by the way.
Cassettes.
Yes, cassettes. I've seen it a lot in my dad's and in my parents' house. But I've seen a lot of them are not, you know, when I still have a cassette player, by the way. I tried to play it. It cannot be played anymore. So that's why there's Mas Frank and Reno right here to tell us more about this.
I still get the cassette era. You know, I still bought them when I was back in elementary, but we're not going to talk about my age. Let's talk about Studio Irama right now because they're here in the studio. I can't wait to talk more about them. So first of all, could you tell us more about Irama Nusantara and what inspired you and what the other founders to establish?
Yes. The Irama Nusantara was established in 2013.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
So happy 10 years.
Yes.
Happy 1 decade. Yes.
10 years.
Yes, thank you. And then there are 6 founders. There are David Tarigan and then the Black Christophorus.
Okay.
The first two is the one of the beginning who made the Irama Nusantara, and then their friend such as Dian Ono, and then Toma Avinda, and then the Alvin Yunata, and then the last one Norman Rumahorop, and then they joined to build the Irama Nusantara.
Right.
Yes.
So what was the initiative behind this? If you can talk about, you know, the founders are making Irama Nusantara. What's the end goal for this, other than preserving the classics?
Oh, because the end goal is to present the old Indonesian music popular.
Yes.
And then to give the education what's the beautiful of the Indonesian music popular in the past, maybe past 30 or 50 years.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Because music nowadays is very influenced, right? We're so big in K-pop right now, so it seems that our music's also shifting towards that kind of a genre.
Yes.
But now, this is what, actually, we have a lot of great Indonesian musicality. I mean, there's Walang Keke. I know that song. Like, I haven't seen the person, but I know that song when I was back young, you know, when I was a child, maybe in your age back then.
Yes.
Well, all of these doesn't ring a bell to
There's a
my ears.
Krisha.
There's of course.
Bimbo. I'm pretty sure you know that.
You know, there's a lot of classics.
Yes.
Yes.
And you want everyone to know about the Indonesian music from way back then, right?
Yes.
You want all the people to know.
But I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
The main mission, I think, the founders thought back then that it's not about the nostalgic. It's not about the nostalgic thing, but its main focus is about education.
Correct.
You know, to the younger generation
Yes.
to know about the old musician and
And also their music, right?
Yeah.
Because we see that we hear it's very different nowadays.
Yeah.
because right now I think we have some lost bridge.
Yes. There's a gap.
The gap.
There's
yeah,
a gap.
There's a gap between
generations.
generation and
exactly.
generation.
That's how I feel too. Thank you. I still get the cassette era.
Yes.
You know, I'm just on that bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm just curious. How many songs have been archived by Irama Nusantara, and how did you actually get those records? It's not an easy thing to do.
Records, I think, at the current time, around 7,000 records.
Wow.
7,000.
That is a lot. Well, I mean, it's been a decade, yes, but that is still a lot.
Yeah. And mostly this is from personal cassettes, personal items, or how did you find all of these?
Mostly we have friend which is have the collectible items, and then after that we borrow the collectible items to our friend.
Yes.
And then after that, if they have to permission, and then okay, you can digitalize it.
Okay.
And then we bring to our office and then digitalize.
Oh, so that's why then you have actually the the cassette or the, what do you call this? A disc, right?
Vinyl?
Vinyl.
Okay.
Vinyl, yes.
But then you digitalize it so then people can be, can hear it from everywhere, right?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So right now, why is it so difficult for us or people out there to get references and also access to popular Indonesian songs, especially the old ones?
Oh yeah, because there maybe the reason that there's the
gap that you were talking about
the
earlier?
Gap,
Yeah.
the gap and the
I don't think kids, I mean, the younger generation these days have an easy access to this. I think that's where you guys step in to introduce them to the music from way back then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right, because we have the reason that we have the website. It's called iramanusantara.org.
.org, okay.
Yeah, so that all people in the world maybe
Can
access it to. Yeah.
Because if you see these, there's, how can you find a cassette player nowadays? It's so hard, right? I mean, there's vinyl players and whatnot. But if you make that into, in a stream where people are so accustomed using the internet and whatnot, so they're also now can be introduced and can hear the oldies and, can not only reminiscence, I think, they can get in tune and hopefully they bring back the old tunes to the modern day.
Exactly.
Why not, right?
That's the main goal as well.
Yes.
Right, is to have a little bit of something from way back nowadays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about what you have right now and you digitalize all these oldies, what about copyrights? We're going to talk about royalty and other intellectual property rights. Was that challenging for Irama Nusantara? Because, I mean, some of these people are not alive anymore, right?
Yes, yeah. So far, we don't have any issue about the copyright because in our website we have the disclaimer that in website pure we have the songs and then the visual, audio and visual.
Yes.
It's pure to educate the people to know and then to listen to the old music popular song, and then we don't to commercial it.
Right.
Yes.
It's not commercialized.
Not commercialized,
right.
yes. Not commercialized. And then if the artist want to rearrange and then want to get the original, yes, and then to commercialize, we have the relation, and then we will.
You can rearrange.
Rearrange.
Has that ever happened before with Irama Nusantara for this past 10 years?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
All right. Well, again, you said Irama Nusantara initiative is Mas Reno said it was for educational purposes anyways, right? And then for people to know and to get to know about Indonesian musician of the past, and also the tunes itself. I'm curious about the response, especially from the younger generation. How do you respond? Is there any great responses to that?
Especially from younger musicians as well.
Yes.
Has any younger musicians ever reached out to Irama Nusantara?
Yeah, there's many, I think.
There's many.
yes.
Okay.
They want to access the records as well. They want to listen to it.
Yeah.
They want good references.
Yeah, to get the references, to get the, I think like recovering it, to make a newer version of
Rearrange like the
Rearrange,
songs.
the songs. Yeah.
Yeah, because these are like classics.
Yeah.
Who doesn't
Yes.
want to rearrange this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And make it to me more modern, adaptable also to the
Exactly.
present days.
Well, one last question before we play a game. Is there any favorites of yours that you brought here today? Just curious.
Mas Frank is like, I cannot choose.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
like,
know too. I was like, oh my
Because
goodness,
a lot of
guys.
Child.
Yes. Because a lot of songs that I like and
Okay.
I love it. Yes. Maybe in the.
If you can choose one, then Mas Frank, which one would be yours?
It's not a fair question, I assume. I'm sorry for asking that question.
Yeah, not in this.
Oh, not that. Oh, you didn't bring it
this,
today.
Yes.
All right.
But I like the old version of Krisya Cintaku.
Of
The old version. The old version. Yes, not the new.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, you know, how about yours?
Of course, this one maybe it's the Rollies.
Rollies. All right.
70s band, psychedelic band from Bandung.
Yes.
Yeah, West Java.
Yeah.
All right.
This one, yeah, it's pretty good in Hidayat record.
Right.
It's around 78 or
78.
79.
We're not even born yet. Mas Ren, I'm pretty sure you're not born yet.
All right. So I'm somewhat in the music industry as well.
Yes.
I do radio. You used to do radio.
Right.
Let's test our knowledge.
Let's do.
Let's play a
I
game.
cannot, I will ask help from Mas Frank and Mas Reno if
Yeah.
it's 70s, 80s, 2000 I can, I think. I'm going to try not to butcher this.
2000, yeah, you were in the radio industry
Yes.
in the 2000, right?
All right.
I'm in the radio industry right now.
Rafi, here we go. So, Mas Frank and Mas Reno, actually, we are going to play a game where we both, Ralphie and I, were trying to guess the song.
Yes.
And then once we already guess it, if we guess it wrong, please do help us.
Yes.
And then we're going to talk about that particular song.
So in this game, we will listen to a 10-second snippet of songs from the 70s and early 2000s, all the way to early 2000s, I mean, and let's guess the title.
Yeah.
The guys from Renovan Reza Rivandy will be the judges and explain a bit about each song.
You can be the judge, but not judge us. Please do not judge us.
I'm sorry.
We got two radio jockeys right here in the seat. Hot seat. Okay,
We
here
got
we
something
go.
to prove right here. All right.
Yes.
Okay, let's play the first song then.
Let's go. Here we go.
I have no idea.
Mas Frankie, no? And Mas Reno?
No clue whatsoever. Oh, that's the first
Okay,
song.
that's the first song, okay.
I'm guessing it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
It's way back in the 70s. I
Yes.
have no clue whatsoever about
If you
the
go
song.
to the old Kota Jakarta, you will listen to these
You
kind
might.
of, you would hear it, yes. No, I don't know.
No clue whatsoever.
It's
Please do
called-
educate us.
It's called Pantai Natsepa.
Oh!
Mas Hugeng and Hawaiian Senior.
Yes! You should play this game. We should have asked Mas Reno and
So this was from the year
Around 60s, I think.
60s,
60s.
even way back.
All right, you guys, producers, wrong. Not 70s.
Not
It's back in the
70s.
60s.
Do not
by the
listen
way.
to me, guys. Don't listen to me.
60.
All right. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is the second one. It's like ska?
Oh,
I don't
this
know.
sounds like Tip X.
Yeah, yeah.
Entah sampai kapan. Okay.
I don't
Still, I don't know
No.
the title
Mas
of the
Reno,
song.
do you have-
Please do educate us.
It's Zip X, right?
Yes.
Oh, you did it!
Yes.
I was like,
It is
yes,
Tip X.
it is familiar.
Yes.
Okay.
It is Tip X. It's
Tip X.
Sky. You're right. It's
Yeah,
Sky. It's
yes,
Sky, right?
that's-
Yeah, it's Tip X.
yes.
Oh.
So this was year
It's 2001.
2001. All right, there
It's
you
Tip
go.
X.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got at least half points
Half
right.
a point. Sakit hati. Don't know the title. But
Yes.
I'm sure it's Tip X.
I think those moments was only as a tip X, and there's a lot also emerging like ska, like that's also coming, right?
So 2001 was the year for somewhat the rise of ska.
Yeah. Ska, yes.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna go to the third song.
All right.
Of the day. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. Try to guess it.
I didn't. I don't know. I don't know this song, but probably Iwan Fals. I don't know because the song is somewhat talking about like people, work, you know, like union.
Hey.
Yes. It was.
Half a point for you.
Yeah.
High five.
Okay, tapi I don't know the name.
Lagu tiga. So this was around
1992.
1992.
Yes, it's the one of the unpopular Iwan
Unpopular
Fals
song,
album.
Unpopular song,
Yeah.
but he is also very legendary to be known to make these kind of songs that drives the people, right?
Yes.
He talks about the politics and whatever happens in the nation, become the voice of the people.
Yep.
So yeah, I just listened to the lyrics.
Half a point for you, Carol. Half
right.
a point for me.
Okay.
We got a couple more songs. One more song, I think.
Oh, okay.
5 songs, 4 songs. Let's play
the
the
fourth one?
next song. Fourth one. This is what something Discoria would have played.
I know, I was
in
gonna
one
say
of their
that.
sets, but
Yes.
I don't know the name of the song.
No,
and
we're
I
so
don't know
bad
the
at
singer.
names and titles. Is it Discoria?
No, it's
somewhat.
what Discoria
Would
would have
do.
played in their set.
This is like 1980s?
Yeah.
90.
Around
Disco
1980s,
era.
okay.
And we don't know. Please educate us, Muslim.
The initial with in the end of his name is RM. Maybe.
Yes.
What's his name? Let's go.
Let's reveal.
Once I was like, oh my gosh, these kids.
That's
a clue.
Oh yeah, oh my god. Oh my
It's Faris
gosh.
He actually collaborated with Discoria a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, well, with Faris
Discoria.
okay.
And this song is rearranged with White Shoes and Compulse Company.
With this particular song.
This particular song.
Langkah ke seberang, Faris RM.
Okay.
Now let's play the last song.
Last song of the day, Mas Frank and Mas Reno. Here we
Hopefully
go.
I'll get this right. I mean, we're at a tie right now. Last song.
It's a female. I know it's a female. What? That is so
That is not fair.
That is so
Not
short.
fair. That is not fair. We would like to hear the intro part. Oh, thank you. How generous. Let's play a minute of it. Oh,
Okay, they're just gonna put it
repeating
there.
the same
I don't know.
stuff.
This has to be a female
Playing
singer.
mind
I felt.
somewhat. What do you have in mind?
Siapa namanya ya? Burung Camar. What's her name?
Vina?
Vina Panduwinata. Is that her?
No.
Oh. See. Okay,
bad.
but it's still female, right? No.
No!
No. Okay, I'm so off. I am so
You get
off.
-1 for that. Okay?
I am so off. I don't know.
All right, let's just.
Wait, Christian.
No.
No. Okay, never mind. I'm
That's
just gonna stop
-2.
guessing.
Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, let's just reveal the answer
Yeah.
then.
Why don't you take a guess?
Let's do.
You take a guess now.
I know. I'm bad. I'm even worse in this than you. You know, I don't have a guess.
Really?
I don't
At
have a
all?
guess.
In your head?
At all. Let's
Oh,
do.
okay.
Bujangan. Begini. What's the name of the band?
Bujangan, I forget what's. Bujangan.
Kus Plus. I don't know. Just random guess.
Oh, could be. No?
I don't know.
No.
Okay. You, before we reveal, please, Mas Frank and Mas Reno.
Okay.
Oh, Odiagam. Akhirnya.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, hello, guys.
Hello,
Hey,
control
guys.
room. How am I
Hello?
supposed
Maybe
to know this?
2000s, maybe, please?
There's one song from the 2000s and the
Yeah.
2001 from Tip X.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Odiaga.
Akhirnya
Okay.
Odiagam. That's 5 songs.
Okay. So do you have all these, the one that we played right now, or just now, do you have all these records too, archive in Irama Nusantara?
Yes.
Okay.
But in digital, we keep the archive in digitized.
Oh.
In digital files,
Files, yes.
but in the analog, physical thing.
Yes.
We don't have all.
You don't
of
have
that.
it all.
Because
Yes.
sometimes it's owned by another person. You have to give
Yes.
it back.
Yeah.
So you don't
These are
actually-
like very treasures, right?
Yeah, it
now,
is.
before we end our talk show, can you please just, from Mas Frank's and also from Mas Reno's point of view, what would you like to see more of this younger or the youth of Indonesia in regards to musicality and music and whatnot? And how can we also help to preserve these oldies and classics in our own way?
Yeah, from my opinion, we can listen to the old music popular song, maybe from the record seller. Yeah, the record seller, the vintage record seller.
Right.
And then after we bought it, and then we listen maybe in our home, and then we analyze, and then we try to like it, because I believe that the old Indonesian music popular is a lot of songs that we don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, so we must learn it, and then we must save it to the next generation.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you know, old songs also have a lot of good moral story behind it, I felt.
Yes.
All the stories is really life lessons, right?
Yeah.
Mas Reno, what's your point?
For the younger generation,
Yes.
which is my generation, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's maybe.
Be like you, one.
No. But maybe always want to know, always
Yes.
curious about your ancestor.
Yes.
Your
too.
yeah, to give their a little bit of rasa hormat, respect,
Respect.
Yes.
respect to.
Yes.
Yeah, just listen to their music, to their songs. It's much more about give their to remember them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's to
That's the mission.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's to
I
remember
think
them.
it's very influential too, because nowadays when you're making music, you have a lot of instrument to help you.
Yeah.
Back in the days, in like 50s, 60s, you don't have anything. It's
Yeah.
really the talents that you have. So I guess that's what we can learn about. Definitely me and Ralphie is in that generation where we need to listen more.
We do.
So then we can answer the question right.
We do. We get half a points each. Well, that's not that embarrassing. But before we wrap things up, is Iraman Nusantara on Instagram, or can you please tell us your website so people watching here can reach out to you too, can access your stuff too?
Okay, we have the website.
Yes.
It's called iramanusantara.org.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have the Instagram. It's called Iraman Nusantara.
Just Iraman Nusantara.
And then Twitter too,
Oh,
Iraman
nice.
Nusantara. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There
Those
you
are
go.
the platforms.
If you want to know more about popular Indonesian songs from back then, reach out to Irama Nusantara.
There
Yes.
you go. Thank you
you
so
go.
much for coming, Mr. and also Mas Frank. It is such a
Yeah.
pleasure. We
You're
had
welcome.
so much fun. But right now, we're going to take a break. When we return, we'll have the recap of news from our earlier segment. Stay tuned.